traders, welcome back to another mindset sharing here. So it's quite interesting because yesterday one of our members, one of our traders, he asked me, hey, he said, so the message goes like, when you are at your age and when you feel like the market period is so dull, like right now, do you feel ultra unproductive? Like what else can you do? I know that reading, going to the gym, something like that are great, but that's just not main part of the quest, right? How do you tackle it? Because he say, I'm taking trading very seriously. I'm always thinking about how can I maximize my reward, improve my management, etc. But when market have periods, have flat periods or periods where it's not going anywhere, choppy period, it seems like there's no opportunities presenting itself. So it's so frustrating that you have done all of the side quests, but the main quest still haven't come, and you cannot proceed to the next level because of it. Such an interesting statement. So yes, indeed. So trading is like an art. So you can be spending tens of hours, or for me, tens of thousands of hours, just trying to master the craft. But in the end of the day, it still goes back to an art of being patient, an art of being consistent. If you look at the chart right now, you can actually see, let's say we put on pound dollar. So if you look at the 8-hour chart on pound dollar, let me ask all of you, if you're on a low time frame, you might fall into the trap of trying to go long or trying to go short, trading a tiny range. But if you really start zooming out onto the 8-hour, you'll start noticing that, hey, the volatility is contracting, which means the market is waiting for news. The market is waiting for some sort of catalyst. Majority of the people are speculating. So if you look at euro dollar, technically the same thing as well. We did have some movement, but the movement wasn't impulsive, right? We don't have clear direction. We have long-term bullish sentiment, short-term bearish. Aussie dollar was the only one that got really weak, but that's not the point here. The point is, when you feel like the market is not giving you whatsoever opportunity, or if you feel like you have taken a few losses and you just don't want to jump back in too quick, sort of rush the process, that means you already know what you're doing. You have a safety mechanism, sort of like a safety pin, where you know when to plug it in and just stop trading. It is so important because most traders do not have the self-awareness of knowing when to not trade. Because if I were to ask all of you, you all know TPF, trend pullback failure, you all know flag, all of the patterns so well. But the only thing that some of you fail to notice is trading is an art of waiting. Right? A quote goes like this: money is made by sitting, not by actually trading. So what does that really mean? It means the real successful traders, or the real successful investors, they know exactly when to wait, and just they know exactly what they're looking for. They have such a selective criteria. They're always being very selective to whatever they're taking, because every single trading decision that you make must have a solid enough reason for you to put on that risk, right? The real problem comes when you start taking money too easily. You start saying that, hey, this one looks okay. So what does that really mean? What do you mean by looks okay? So is it good? Is it bad? Is it A plus quality? Is it B quality? C quality? You need to have a grading system to help you with that, to make things a little bit more mechanical, more systematic, more efficient as well. Because if you always rely on I'm not saying gut instinct is bad, but if you are someone who always fully rely on gut feeling, fully rely on intuition trading, then ultimately you'll find yourself being trapped in that. It's sort of a cycle of, you have good performance, you give back all of your money, you go into some drawdown, you make a lot of money, you give back your money. So you don't want to always be in the cycle of making money, giving back, making money, giving back. So the only way you can sort of make money, keep it, grow it, keep it, grow it, keep it, a bit of drawdown, grow it, is when you exactly know what you're looking for. Like again, back to my own performance. I took 2 losses in total. I'm in a 4 loss streaks in the past 2 weeks. And you see, this week right now is Wednesday. I'm not taking any trade because again, there's just nothing filling up my criteria. And if you watch our yesterday's lesson, I said that what are some of my perspective on gold. You see, I actually told all of you, if you have not watched the video, or if you're inside the education channel, you have not watched it, please go ahead and watch it. My criteria is very simple. I want to see price either breaking above that 24.22, or I want to see price go under that 23.55. So why do I have these 2 criteria? Is to avoid myself getting too biased or getting stuck in a choppy mess. Alright, I don't like to get involved in a condition where the market is not proving me a clear direction. I want to see market shows me one direction, then I go a little bit harder. I don't mind risking more when I see the direction is there, but I don't want to get into sort of reckless mode, or where I just take setups that's not within my plan. So it goes back to the question that the statement that this trader texted me. It was quite interesting because he said that sometimes it cannot really fathom to be a full-time trader, as it's really getting bored the whole time. And if you don't go full-time on this, wouldn't that mean you're not taking it serious and couldn't squeeze the highest potential? By squeezing the highest potential means you are taking trading on a very professional angle, which means you're only taking setups that's within your plan. You have a real positive edge that will allow you to be profitable in the long run. Taking it serious doesn't mean you take more trade, because if you take more trade, it doesn't mean you're a good trader. It just means you have a slightly loosened filtering process. You're accepting whatever setups that comes to you, whether if they're high quality, low quality, high probable, low probable, you just take it. So remember, trade frequency cannot represent one's profitability, and that's one of the biggest misconceptions that people always think of. Take more trade means I make more money. I used to think that way as well, but in reality is you can take more trade, you can make more money, but equivalently you also lose big money. Alright, so if you want to become a very consistent, a very good trader, you need to first know when to not trade before you even know when to trade, because knowing when to trade is so simple. Market present tens or hundreds of opportunities every single day across 50 to 100 pairs. Are you going to capitalize on all of them? Which of the opportunity actually fits into your own criteria? You need to know that first, then you know, oh, actually the art of trading is in the waiting game. Alright, so he also say, I can't really describe it exactly how it feels, but it's really frustrating. It's like you maximize your skills, but there's no enemy to try out your new maximized skill. So again, this trader is saying something real, and back then it was one of the things that I struggle a lot. Is I always feel like as a trader, if you want to be really highly productive, you need to keep trading, or you need to just keep doing things non-stop. But in actual, it's not. Alright, let me tell you, you can do a back test, you can do a forward test, you can do a review, but you still need to have a break. Because if you don't be like me last time, like spending 18 hours a day in front of the chart, it's not healthy. If right now, let's say you're learning, first learn what's your strength, what's your weaknesses. Then from there, you know exactly when to trade, when to not trade. Alright, that's far more important than every day just keep pushing hard. If you're pushing hard in the wrong context, wrong condition, you're going to get slaughtered. Let me be honest with all of you. That's when you start doing stupid mistakes. You lose 10-20% in one single day. Right? I'll talk to you on the next video. Bye bye.